from the great city of Atlanta. It is a Saturday afternoon Swamp Chat. I'm your host, Dr. William Lester, and this is the first of what I hope is many of these types of little get-togethers. So, what is Swamp Chat? What am I doing here? Well, of course, Swamp Chat is, or the name is taken from the idea of Blackwater Media. And so I want to have these periodic little radio get-togethers where I can provide news, notes, and updates and scuttlebutt about what's going on with Blackwater Media. And you know, it's a good way for me to stay in touch with the audience, the listeners, etc. Right out of the gate, I want to give a huge thank you, because we went over the 1,000 subscriber mark this week. And I was so excited. I got like a notification from YouTube and, oh, you have 1,000 subscribers. And I was like, wow. And, you know, because I just seen the number slowly creeping upward for a long time. And you kind of watch it and you don't watch it and you don't realize that, you know, when you first start out, you have like 8. And the next time you look, you have, 27 and on and on and on. And I mean, and I remember at one point having like 200, and I just thought it was just like huge. I felt like like a superstar. But, we did go over 1,000, and, I want to thank you guys, those of you who subscribe and have followed my exploits on the radio. I can't tell you how much your support means to me, continues to mean. And just, stay with me, stay with Blackwater Media, because there are really cool, outstanding, groovy things to come, part of which I will share with you today. So it is Saturday. That's just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon here in the ATL. So I know it's still, for some people, still in the different time zones across the U.S., it's still morning, and different parts of the world, who knows, right? So what's going on with Blackwater Media? If you've noticed on the channel, we've got kind of a new look. We've got a new logo with the mermaid, and so it's got what I think is a sleeker, cooler look. We have some great new content. I really want to thank you guys for the support for Darkfall. Darkfall is a kind of show that came about organically. I've been doing these stories, right? You know about the Shadowland radio show and everything else. I've done the Historian's Almanac, which will be coming back. It's not dead. It will be coming back. But Darkfall kind of came about with me telling these stories, basically, of people's encounters with high strangeness. And people have really taken to it. Something Roaming in the Woods has been a favorite. The most recent one was called A Creature in the Woods, which was a lot of fun to do and very interesting. But some of the more popular Dark Falls were U.S. Special Forces Hunt Bigfoot, The Wendigo, and The Dogman Cometh. Of course, the Dogman topic is just one of interest to so many people. The Black-Eyed Children Darkfall episode was also really enjoyed by a lot of people. Now, the Nightfall radio show, which again will be back on the air. The Nightfall radio show is basically the fiction show. That is the show for short fiction. And when I started the show, I used a lot of the short stories that I had written and published down through the years. Another author a friend of mine, James Baxter, who is a fantastic award-winning author. We used a couple of his stories, The White Demon, The Kiss, and there was another one, I can't remember the title, but we used his stories to do episodes of the Nightfall radio show, which again, very, very well received. So there will be more of those. The Shadowland radio show is kind of like the ground zero for Blackwater Media. It is, in a way, the one that started it all. There are Shadowland episodes that go back 5-6 years, right? I think, 5 or 6 years. A lot of those, the early episodes were in the traditional radio format where I'm interviewing guests. And I did that for a long time, and I have since kind of moved on from that. I have chosen not to pursue that particular format anymore for Blackwater Media. So basically, the show formats that the subscribers, the listeners, are familiar with are what we're going to stick with now. Shadowland will continue with Cynthia and I as the hosts. Cynthia is going to begin her own show here on Blackwater Media with just her exclusively, Harmonic Light. I think that's what she's going to call it. But it's going to be very exciting because she's going to be giving you a lot of really great insight based on her experiences and her training and knowledge. And there'll be some astrology. So for you astrology guys, you just wait, because she's going to give you astrological information and analysis and things of that nature like you would not believe. So stay tuned for that, because we'll be rolling that out. Now, what else is going on? There is a Blackwater Media website which exists, and I'm working on it. I'm tinkering with it, tweaking it, adding, taking away, deciding, being indecisive. Ultimately, here's what's going to happen. There are many show episodes on that website: Shadowland, Darkfall, Nightfall, special shows, seasonal shows like Halloween shows, Creepy Christmas. Ultimately, what's going to happen, we're trying to elevate Blackwater Media to a new level. We're trying to just do a whole new media thing. Just create a media entity here of digital audio entertainment, of the paranormal, the supernatural, horror, but also history, and literature and music and things like that. The Blackwater Media website will become the place to be. Will the Blackwater Media YouTube channel disappear? No, it will not. But the Blackwater Media website will be the place to be. If you are a fan of Darkfall, if you are a fan of the Historian's Almanac, if you are a friend or a fan of the Nightfall radio show, you will find that the Blackwater Media website is the place that you're going to want to be, because it will be the place for the latest and most exclusive content that will not be made available on YouTube. And it's just that simple. You're going to have an opportunity to join what I'm calling the Swamp Hunters Society. And stated plainly, the Swamp Hunters Society, the Blackwater Media Swamp Hunter Society, is going to be your segue to the premium content that is produced by Blackwater Media. That content will be the absolute highest level, the highest quality, the highest entertainment value that Blackwater Media has to offer. And it will not be on YouTube. If you still want to come up to YouTube and hear, My Weird House or Darkfall Anthology or Dogman Terror, it'll be there. If you want to come up here and hear Halloween horrors or Creepy Christmas or the great Shadowland radio shows that we did on Midget Mansion and the UFO show and Negative Entities, and that'll all be up there on YouTube. But when you want to hear the best, most insane, most exciting, scary, creepy as hell stories, you will find them as a Blackwater Media Swamp Hunter Society member on the Blackwater Media website. It'll be very simple. And you're going to have access to all of that material. Now, of course, again, this is going to open up the door. This is going to open up everything. A lot of things that I want to manifest through Blackwater Media. I am talking about or hoping for or wanting to do a graphic novel. It's very much in the early kind of talking about it, developmental stages, kind of kicking ideas around. It's very much at that point right now. So I don't want anyone to, kind of jump the gun. But that is something that is an idea that's being, rolled around right now. And again, for those people who become Swamp Hunter Society members, it'll be a thing where it'll be, made available to them sooner than the general public. It'll be made available to them at a premium content members discounted price as opposed to the general public. So there will be a respectable list of reasons why you'll want to be a Swamp Hunter Society member. Just the perks alone will just dictate it. So these are some of the things that are kind of happening around here, and it's very exciting. I was not able to spend as much time as I wanted to this past week on the new website, just because things a little crazy. There's so much to do, but that will kind of take priority. I will be working on that. I have a couple of stories also that are in the writing phase for Darkfall, and these are, just like I said, just scary as hell, disturbing, insane stories about people having encounters with things that, you just would never imagine that these kinds of things are out there, but they are, and people are having encounters with them. Now, on the timeline, what stories are going to end up, because I really don't produce the stories really according to any kind of schedule. I kind of work on them, and they're at different phases of production. So what stories are going to end up as exclusive premium content? I kind of make that determination as I see the production evolve. And these things sometimes just take on a life of their own, and those that I deem or judge just to be at a higher level of entertainment quality, a higher level of scariness, of horror, with the perfect sound effects and the high quality audio, and those that meet that standard are going to be premium content exclusives. And it's very simple. I mean, in the real world, when you do something well, you shouldn't do it for free. And I think there have been a lot of creators, a lot of content creators, who have really kind of devalued the entire industry just by continually just giving their stuff away, giving their content away. And it kind of depresses and cheapens everything. YouTube, the way they have demonetized everything, the way they've played with the numbers and the algorithms, and they've played with the view numbers and the subscriber numbers, it's just turned into a joke. So you'll notice a little bit of a migration of Blackwater Media material off of YouTube and onto the Blackwater Media website. Well, some people will say, well, you know, there's lots of stuff I can listen to for free. There's lots of podcasts. There's lots of, you know, horror and paranormal and stuff I can listen to for free. Why do I have to pay for it? Why are you? Well, listen, you need to go ahead on and enjoy that free content. You need to go enjoy it because it's very simple. There are lots of people out there who don't create anything. They don't make anything. They may do something, but they don't make anything. So, because they don't have anything to offer to the world at large of any value, in their construct, everything should be a free-for-all. But when you are a creator, when you're a builder or an entrepreneur, and you make things and you create things out of thin air, or you bring into reality things that existed previously as an idea, believe me, you assign a value to it. And when you spend time writing and talking and recording and editing and investing in equipment and technologies, you certainly assign a value to all of that. And so the idea that operations like this, and I'm not just talking about Blackwater Media, because there are lots of little organizations like this everywhere. Well, you know, for these things to exist and have any kind of value, any kind of quality, means there's a value attached to it. You should not give it away for free. And Blackwater Media isn't going to do that anymore. There will be free material. We will always have free content. Because the number of people who are fans of Blackwater Media is always going to be larger than the number of people who are able to patronize Blackwater Media financially. And I understand that. And I don't ever want to alienate the entire Blackwater Media community, because that's what it is. It's the community. You guys gave us 1,000 subscribers. It's a community, and I do want to build on that. So that's where we are. Again, this is Saturday, June the 1st. June the 1st, 2019. I think that's about all. I'm going to get up from here and get back into the College World Series, which is I love. It's one of the annual sporting things that I love it, guys. And but hey, thank you, everybody. Keep listening. And I love you guys. And I'll catch up with you again really soon. Don't forget to, like, subscribe, share, and comment. And I do value the comments. I mean, I know sometimes people want to get silly in the comment section, but I do value your comments. Those people who are fans, listeners, subscribers, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to know what you think. And hey, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.